And welcome back to Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. I'm lostsemplex, and this is Better Gnomes and Guarding, a gaming channel. And we'll be picking up where we left off. We have now officially been entered into the playoffs for the Cleanup Cup Bowl, and we are playing as Hell's Badgers, the Khorne Demons. And today, we are matched up once again, to my deep and utter dissatisfaction, against the Wood Elves. This time, I am still unsure exactly how best we are going to do it, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get some better rolls, perhaps. Or maybe they'll be unlucky with their rolls. In any regards, let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to have a lot of extra cash to work with. This time we will try and use that a little differently. Now, last time we did have a casualty, and we will have a missing herald. So we are going to hire a mercenary to fill in his place. Let me see how much a bloodthirster is quickly before we get in there, because that could be useful. Okay, he is going to be 210. That's a little bit much, I think. So I guess we'll fill in our missing herald demon with another herald demon. Now, mercenaries get this right here. They become loners. And a loner has to actually roll if they want to use a reroll. So I've got to be careful when using him for things, because if he fails, I can't easily reroll. So we will hire off one of these, and that will use 120 of our gold. Did I hire him? I'm actually don't think I did. Yeah, let me press the hire button. That might help. There we go. Okay, and I don't want another casualty if possible. But again, using my money for an apothecary, it just could go in some better places, like, you know, extra rerolls. We're definitely gonna buy one reroll. And, you know, right now, we don't have very many high-level characters on our team, so I don't suppose there's really, if worst comes to worst and somebody does end up being a serious casualty, or even dead, then we can replace them, although it will set me back in my own purchasing of my bloodthirster. So whether or not I want a bribe or a more extra training is now, I think I'm going to go with the extra reroll. I think that'll be more useful. Now, unfortunately, to my knowledge, there's nothing I could buy with the other remaining 40,000, so we will go ahead and move forward and start this match. Oh, there they are, holding up that peace sign, being all superior, and this time, maybe. Sorry if my confidence seems to be wavering. I do not like wood elves. They are not fun for me. So let's go ahead and get on this. We're gonna pick tails, because I like tails. Ho ho ho! Innuendo. And we are kicking off. We're gonna choose a strong blitz. And we will leave him down here to handle anybody that gets past. Let's kick off. Hopefully not hit the thrower dead in the face like we did last time. Doesn't look like it's heading to him. Well, it is heading into the very back of the field, which is good. It's just possible that it'll... and they got the ability to do a blitz before... Or maybe they didn't. I actually didn't read what that was, so my mistake. And let me turn on the log so that you can keep up with what's going on. And they have made some excellent dodges into getting into my my side of the pitch. Okay. And that was a both down, but he had wrestle, which makes us both safely hit the ground so it doesn't cause a turnover. Okay. We have a lot of people chilling out in on our side of the pitch. That is never a very good thing. So, without further ado, let's stand this guy up. And let's... I would like to move him somewhere. I guess we'll move him... No, we don't want to pull off anything that'll cause potential knockdown, so we'll put him in there. See what we can do to block that guy from moving too much further. There is... I already know I want to blitz one of these guys because I can't reach that ball thrower with any of these guys. It's just not going to happen. He's my closest and he's still one off. And that would even require extra rolls just to do that. So, we're definitely going to be hitting one of these catchers. It's just a matter of which one. They're all dangerous. But this one is closer. Not that that really matters. His range can easily get him in range of throwing to this one anyway. But he'll have an easier time of passing to this one, I think. And we will make him stumble. He will dodge. We will frenzy. And we will make him stumble. He will dodge. But we did move him into range of this guy, who can now see what he can do, which is not much, apparently. There we go. It took 4 different dice rolls of 2 each, but we finally got something that would actually put the elf down. Tricky little guy. Okay. There's no point in trying to form a wall behind these guys. We just don't have enough characters on field to be able to do that. So from now, we're just going to put as many guys as we can between where that ball is going to be thrown and the actual thrower of the ball. That way we have as many chances of interception as possible. Obviously that's a good thing, and we actually saw last game, even though it came to nothing for us because it was just too late in the game, but we actually intercepted, which was highly amusing to me. Okay. We don't have too much in the way of stuff to do. So, let's foul somebody. Is there a higher priority target? Yeah, we got a catcher right here. I want to foul the catcher. Yes. Nice. Bye. Bye. Hope you don't recover. Ever. Okay. And, you know, just in case something goes a little funny, we're going to move him into their side of the pitch. That may allow for some options next turn as far as blitzing. And we'll end turn. I don't know why they feel they have to do all these gymnastic moves to okay, he passed off the ball. And they are trying to make room for him to pass that off. And she is going to. The interception was failed by me. It was a perfect launch. He caught it, and there is nothing stopping him from going to the goal. As I'm sure you can imagine, I am not too thrilled with the outcome of that particular play. But, quite frankly, I did almost everything I could potentially do. I saw it coming, but the Khorne demons are just not really built to deal with that kind of play. If their rolls are good, then there's not much I can do about it. Okay, so we are going to get ready to kick off, and once again, I don't particularly want these guys to be carrying the ball, because they are such good blitzers. Not to mention, this one has a loner, so if he is trying to be picking up balls and running with them, and I need to make a going for it, I want to be able to re-roll without having to worry about being able to re-roll. So, let's go ahead and get this turn started. The ball is up, we have a quick snap, and the offense is going to be able to do a little bit before I even... Well, no, that's me. Okay, I'm going to be able to... I always get my offense and defense mixed up. That's probably why I'm losing. We're going to be able to do a little bit of movement before this even gets started, which is good. Okay, we're allowed to move one square with every character. We'll move him up to where that ball looks like it is coming down. We will move him also closer to where I think that ball is coming down. We do not want these guys. Can they move? Yes, they can move without worrying about tackle zone, so I can get them away from this tree guy immediately. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. We will leave one there just so that the tree guy won't be like blitzing somebody. That's the last thing I want to see. And we're going to keep those guys where they are. What do I want to do with these demons? If I move him up, he won't be able to blitz well next time. But these have it. Yeah. Okay with this. Okay, and the ball hits, it scatters a little bit, and we are ready to continue, or really start our turn. Here's the thing. He has wrestle. So I'm going to choose both down. We are both going to be safe, and it shouldn't cause a turnover. I don't think, because he has wrestle. Let me just double check that. Both down result on the block dice instead of applying the both down. Oh, don't despair on me. Result, both players are wrestled to the ground and placed in their respective squares. No armor rolls are made, and this is not a turnover. Yeah. So I'm not going to re-roll on this. I'm going to let that happen. We're both going down. I'm going to be safe. I will probably end up fouling him while he's sitting down on the ground. Push him, but we'll try and get him away from the tree man. And yes, we're pushing him again. Push him up. Okay. Come in here and, oh my gosh. Well, good thing I didn't use that re-roll. Okay, now I do have block, fortunately, but he also has block. So, as you'll see, nothing. That was like nothing ever happened, except for he lost his turn. So let's try it here. And we have a defender stumbles, but as we know, he's got dodge. So we are not going to have much luck there. And we have our Khorne Herald here, who is ready to blitz either one of these. But, you know, neither side is really... I think we've got an advantage on this side. The ball is already on this side. We want to try and free up this side as much as possible. So let's hit this War Dancer. It's their best defensive unit. Good. Good. Good.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Alright. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and try and get this ball in our hands. Which one do we want to do it? This guy will be much easier to try and cover the flank of him. So we're going to go with this guy. Make him pick it up. We don't need to get too far down the field this turn. Mainly because we don't want to overextend. That would be an unfortunate turn of events. I think we might have seen me do that last time. And we may try... no, we don't want to open up that can of worms. That tree man is fine right there. Hopefully he will root soon, and I won't have to worry about him until the ball is kicked off. Okay. He can't reach, but we could use him for helping to keep this side safe. I was going to foul here, but now I'm a little bit more pensive to do so. Reason being that if I fail on that foul, I don't think I bought any bribes. Let's see. No, I did not. And we got 24 seconds left. Basically, if he gets sent off the field, then I'm wide open right there. So we're just going to end the turn. I'm going to leave him alone. And as I expected, now he is blitzing, but he can't. Who is he blitzing? Okay. Okay. I see. And the tree man is free. I hate elves. Their dodging is spectacular. Oh, speaking of which, I should have looked at which one of my cultists... Yes. Take that. Take it. Suck it down. Suck it down. I should have looked at which one of my cultists had the agility boost. Because that could be helpful. He does. I wanted him to be my ball carrier, but he's not in a very good spot for that to be happening. Okay, let's go ahead and stand him up. We're not going to try and move him. Stand him up. He's mainly going to be for helping. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We want to blitz somewhere. We'll go ahead and do what we don't have to blitz to do. And once again, he has dodge, which I have got to get the skill called tackle. Tackle makes dodge irrelevant. It counts as a down regardless of whether or not you have dodge. I guess because you're grabbing them and throwing them into the ground. Okay. That moved him. Unfortunately, it kind of got a little bit more than it actually. That made things a little more difficult. Okay, no problem. So this guy does not have frenzy. Otherwise, he'd be in perfect position to be crowd surf. thrown right off the pitch. I have block on this character. Both down. Ha! Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Okay. Which one of these is? This one has block. Let's block with him, just in case. Let's push him over here. Follow up. Now we have 3 people on him. Oh, 3 dice is very nice. 3 dice is very nice. Okay. We will go ahead. Oh, lovely. Down you go. We will probably foul him, but we're not going to do that right now. We have got other things that are more pressing for the time being. There's no real way that we're going to be able to clear up this tackle zone, these tackle zones. So what we're going to do is hit this one. And we will at least minimize the amount of tackle zones we may have to go through while going straight. Now this is not a real good situation to be in. We're not going to be able to guard our ball carrier very well on the way up. Let's go ahead and get ready for that. Nope, he's in tackle zone now. So forget what I just said, and let's try and move forward. And let's re-roll that, and we fail. It happens. That's what happens when something is done on a coin flip. A 50-50 shot. It often does not go very well. Okay, the ball has been moved out of my zone and will be easily picked up. However, if they can't guard him, then I may be able to get that wrestled from him immediately. This is an interesting situation. They're in a bad spot right now, as well as myself. So, I really would like to use this guy to help make these attacks a little better. Problem is, just in case something goes wrong, I really need somebody to be between this guy and the ball to at least attempt an interception. At least attempt it. Okay, we'll go ahead and well, I guess we'll stand this guy up so we can kind of make sure that that tree man doesn't get too involved in stuff. Push him forward, we will follow.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnipp, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. When yesterday's
push him because we don't have block on this character. Choose the defender down for sure. Okay, now this guy is now open to get in. Actually, get blitz off. Doesn't have horns, but that may be okay. I was going to try and clear this up so that we could blitz, though. And that's going to work better. So let's see what our chances are if I... See, I have a fairly good chance of knocking her around. I'm going to take that risk. Push her away from the ball carrier. Again, away from the ball carrier. We have opened up for a good blitz. And we are definitely choosing that defender down one. And we actually picked up the ball. Should I risk it? You know, if I try and defend, I might be safer. But if I risk it now, I can get this guy over in this area. And perhaps in a good position to... Or even better, over here, where there's like one elf standing. The problem is that he's got 2 tackle zones to go through, and he's not got a high agility. If I go this way, I have 3. Guys, this is a very risky move, and it's probably gonna not pay out, but I have to do it. Have to. Just have to. Yes! Yes! Alright. That changes things significantly. Okay. He's gonna be most, from these 2 right here, the most dangerous. So let me move forward here. And no, oh man, I meant to press the drat. I meant to press the button. I forgot you can't do that once you set up a move zone. Okay, no problem, I guess. It didn't work out the way I really would have preferred it, but we'll do what we can with the remaining time. That's not going to do anything. We both have block. We will... I guess we will use our 1 dice chance here, and that didn't work out too well, but that's okay. Right? And I have just been informed that I've got somewhere I have got to be very soon, so I'm going to try and get through these remaining turns a little quicker than I normally would. And I apologize if that makes anybody a little upset. I will try not to make that a common occurrence. Let's see. I'm not on the blitz. I do have block. Good. That opens it up. Let's move forward. Let's get on the guard as quickly as possible, cover our flank, and stand this guy up. Any good blitzes available? I got a demon here, and she's going to be a danger next time, so we might as well just try and hit her up, but that didn't work as well as we would have liked. That's okay, we may have another shot at her too, with a frenzy person, and fortunately we got a defender down on the first try, which means that we don't have to, you know, struggle with knocking her out of being able to help her range. Okay, I'm not gonna risk that, I'm not gonna risk that. We are going to let it be in the turn. And we've got the elves spinning around. I don't know why they feel like it's necessary to get up like that. That makes it. I was stronger than them. I get to choose. I'm gonna make it push me. And things are looking good for us getting a touchdown this turn, especially if I can have an opening for a blitz on the elf that did manage to work in there. Doesn't look like that's going to be impossible. Do I have block? I do have block. But actually, defender stumble will be a little better. Go ahead and push that over there and get this score. Yes! Alright. Let's get through once again, my apologies. We'll be kicking off this time. We'll be doing a strong blitz. We'll be one more. No. We like him back there. Okay. And let's kick it off. Let's try and hit that tree man in the face. And they get an extra team roll. Wow. You know, we're really good at getting it right into their throwers' hands. Very good indeed. Which is unfortunate because they actually have enough turns between now and halftime to get that into our goal. We will be fairly ferocious to anybody who comes into our line, who I think, you know, as much as we can anyway. Yes. Okay. Down goes one elf, and a turnover is ours. Now. Is he open? He's close to open, but if I mess that up, I'll regret that. So, stand him up. Let me hit him. Yeah. Really? Oh. Game. Okay. Well, at least he's on his side of the line. Because honestly, he's the one that has the most chance of getting that ball during a throw. Now, all elves are very capable of getting that ball during a throw. That's just unfortunately how the elves work. But some are a little more suited to it than others. How close can I get you to that ball handler safely? Not real close, unfortunately.
It's good for you.
This stuff may have seen plenty of service, but they're still in good work.
As the remains of his opponents testify.
Please move right here. Try and hold this line a little bit. And you two, I'd really like to get you away from that tree, man. So we're going to actually take the risk. It worked. Good. And we're going to end the turn. Right. And we don't have any choice, but fortunately it was only a push. Okay, she is blitzing my cultist.
Wow, I can tell you straight, that hurts.
And down to my cultist.
Like to see
And that is a casualty, a gouged eye. That's missing the next game. You know what? Why not? We'll just use our... Yeah, because that's our one agility guy. We would like to have him stay okay. He's actually going to be fairly useful in the long term. Okay, and that is a turnover. We are stronger than those, so when they do that kind of stuff, we have the upper hand. Okay, and Catcher is out of our range for that particular character. See about what we can do to maybe open up a... we'll re-roll that, and he was a loner, so our roll to re-roll failed, and we are both going down. And that'll be the end of this session, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we will continue this in the very near future. Alright, guys.